I want to finish out by turning over to what's often referred to, since we're talking about love, and since the whole idea of shut up and hug somebody is kind of based upon the idea of love. I want to turn to what is commonly known as the love chapter, 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Now, if you've been to weddings before, you know that often a portion of 1 Corinthians 13 is quoted in weddings, and it seems like this beautiful picture of what love is supposed to be. And actually what's pictured here, even the picturesque language, isn't talking about a romantic love. It's talking about what is sometimes a gritty love. It's actually talking about in the context of spiritual gifts and leadership. And it says this right in the middle of that about how we live our lives. He says, if I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have prophetic powers, understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to remove mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. And then it says, if I give away all that I have, if I deliver up my body to be burned, but have not love, I have gained nothing. He says, if all we're doing is going through some sort of religious show, even all the things that to the outside world look really, really religious, if I'm doing it just to go through the motions, then all of those things mean nothing. I could have the faith to move mountains. Without love, it's nothing. I could give up my life as a martyr. If I've done it just to have people pat me on the back and to think, wow, that guy, he's super spiritual. If I've done all of those things without love, it gains nothing. And then it gets into the more picturesque language about love is patient and is kind. Love doesn't puff up. It doesn't boast about itself. It talks about love never fails. And it says how some of these things, where their tongues are going to be ceasing, when there's knowledge, it's going to pass away. But that love itself is what abides. We don't have time to read that whole passage, but the very end, the last verse of 1 Corinthians 13 says this. So now faith, hope, and love abide. These three. But the greatest of these is love. He says all that other stuff, it's going to be here and it's going to pass. But these three are going to remain. Faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of them is love. See, Jesus comes with this new command and he says, I want you to love as I have loved you. And if I'm going to love you, it means you're going to have a love that transcends the normal bounds of what love has been dictated to us for so long. Love isn't just reserved for the people that I love, because it's easy to love my family. Well, sometimes. It's easy to love my neighbors. Most of the time. But it's hard to love my enemies. And Jesus says that's kind of the point. You see, if I reserve my showing of love towards the people that I've been doing life with, at some point I limit my influence. I'm never going to increase my influence if I only talk to people who are already in my tribe.